Welcome back, everybody, to Satisfactory. I'm not actually dead. I was just posing for the intro with the photo mode that I just recently learned is pretty new to the game. It was added, or the decoupled camera and all the camera stuff was added with update 1.1. So if you're new and you need the camera, there it is, I guess. I don't know who would really need it, though. But anyway, enough of that. Welcome back to Satisfactory. I'm sure that this video is coming out relatively quickly compared to how I normally do things. So that's a little bit new for me. I hope the frequency of the videos is something you enjoy because these are going to be happening more and more often. So don't forget, hit that subscribe button. And let's get into the episode for today. Last time we set up the automation of the basic 5 materials here, or so I would say. These are the basic 5. Actually, the screws aren't that really important. It's mainly these 5 over here: the copper 2, the iron 2, and then the concrete. And if you look in the top left corner or top right hand corner of my screen, you will see an objective to build the space elevator. And you're probably like, wow, space elevator, that's probably really expensive. It's probably going to take up a huge area. Well, you're right about one of those things, and that is that it takes up a huge area up here. So I have a little platform we're going to use, but I just realized I don't have everything I need. I need concrete and iron plates. Yeah, iron plates are pretty easy. I'll just grab a bunch of them. All right, space elevator. Let's see. Outputs we want facing us. We can lock this in position and see. All right, so we got outputs on this side, and we have outputs on that side. I think we could just center it, right? And just have the outputs going through the sides. I don't really know what the center would be. Something like that, maybe? Sure. That's good enough for me. Oh, that was loud, but you can't even see it because it's a Steam achievement. Yeah, that's a good spot for the space elevator. And if we go back to the photo mode that I was talking about, we go to the decoupled camera, you can see actually how big it is. And we can watch. Actually, I want to watch this from the character. If you look up, it's just the anchor of the space elevator. It's not like the actual cable. So I hope that my design here anchors it to the ground enough. Not that it really matters. But this introduces the second part of progression in the game, the phase system. Now, there are 5 phases in the game, with each phase getting harder than the last to automate. And you need each of the previous phases materials to, there it comes, to continue into the next phase. And the only way you can get this smart plating, well, it's going to tell you here in a second, isn't it?
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations,
yippee,
Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all. Earth is in peril and only Fix-It pioneers offer hope for survival.
Humanity is counting on you. There we go. All right.
Do not let Fix-It
Do not let Fix-It down. Okay, that's enough of you for today. But you see, if we go in here, there's no way to make this smart plating. We don't know how to make it yet. It's not in a constructor. It's not in a smelter. So in order to make it, you have to combine 2 parts that we've already made. But we also have to unlock that building, which is the assembler here. I can do this pretty much instantly, but I wanted to do it with you guys. And the first part of this episode will be focusing on getting smart plating automated. And the second half will be getting these plates automated. What are these called? Reinforced iron plates. So I can go ahead and do this right now. And that's the benefit of automating all of these basic ingredients is, for the most part, when I want to unlock something, all I have to do is just go drag it in. And then we'll get into the next phase when we need to automate it ourselves, and it's the whole process all over again. It does get a little more exciting the farther we go in because I can actually build stuff. Just right now, I don't have the infrastructure to build stuff. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to explain this one.
Including
Yep, I got it. All right, jump pads and logistics. Mark II are next. We'll do those in a little bit, but like I was talking about up here, you see smart plating? We need 50 of those, right? And we use the assembler for those. The assembler has 2 inputs and 1 output, and we can automate the reinforced iron plates, which we already have everything made for this. It's just getting all of those materials together into one place. It'll be a little bit difficult. Now, the smart plating requires a rotor, which requires iron rods and screws, which is, again, we have everything. So we could do this right now. It probably wouldn't be super efficient. And I learned something the other day. Look at this. Look at this. We can do math in this little quick search thing, so I don't have to do mental math anymore. That's huge. First on the list is assembler. We need to automate the reinforced plates, and then we will take those reinforced plates and split them half into storage and half into the space elevator parts. And because we have two iron, I guess these are iron miners over here, and each of these outputs, what is it, 120? We can utilize both of these to help with the next phase. Since it's all iron, I think it was all iron, right? Yeah, it's iron plates and screws, and then for the rotors, it's iron rods and screws. I'm going to probably put that on this hill up here just to have more organization, and I'll turn these miners around so they send it straight up, and then yeah. But that's like kind of boring to watch. Why is this here? Actually, let me show you the plan for where the base is going to be expanding from now on, just because it's a little bit confusing since we live in this valley. Up here, I have cleared out a large area of land from trees. This used to be all just woods, and a little bit down here in case we need it. There is a limestone deposit over here. Where is it? There it is right there. That's a pure limestone deposit, so we might use that. And then on the other side, I didn't really get too far over there, as well as I left a slug for us to pick up. But this is where our smart plating factory will go on this level, and then I will send everything up here for the space elevator part, just to keep it all organized and separate from each other in case I want to shut the space elevator parts down while I need to produce more smart plates. The issue with this is the inputs are here, but I also want the outputs to be over here just so that I can have all of my storage in one place. So I need to make a platform, and then I need to think about how I'm going to do this. We'll do it together after I check out one more thing we unlocked last episode that I didn't do yet. The awesome sink. Here it is. I guess I'll put this up here with the space elevator since it's another one of those things I just feed items into. I'll put it like right there, I guess. All right, awesome sink. Now, you see this has no power, right? So we need to give it some power. Power, just like that. But it's not doing anything. So you're probably like, what can we do with it? What you can do with it, actually, we'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I will place a storage container right in front of this. And what we can do is we can feed it items. And when we feed it items, each item has a score. Like the more manufactured the item, the higher the score. And it goes in here and it counts as points. Now, I want to put something in there that I found while exploring. There was a crash site over there. Inside of it, there was a hard drive. And we'll get to the hard drive stuff in a second. But there was also a supercomputer. And a supercomputer is not anything that I should have my hands on right now. So I want to see what would happen if I put a supercomputer into the awesome sink. All right. There it goes. How many points do you think it's going to be? It was 21 coupons for one supercomputer. That's crazy. And we can spend these coupons at the awesome shop. And the majority of this stuff is all decorative. Like there's a car, there's a boombox, there's a trophy, you know, whatever. There's different organization things here, displays and different boxes, shelf units, you know. But what I'm here for, the main thing I'm here for, is the foundations. Do we not have the nice looking foundations yet? I don't think we do. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, eventually, unless we unlock it, eventually we'll get the ability to unlock some sort of foundation that's like a concrete foundation thing. I might just not be looking in the right place. I don't know. Oh, here it is, right? Yes, coated concrete or concrete foundation. Oh, I can unlock it. I just can't see. There we go. And with that, we have access to, did I not buy it? Wait, where is it? For some reason, I can't find the foundations in here, but the second that oh, is this what it is? Ah, there we go. Okay. I think that these look better than these. They're just cleaner. So for this next factory, I'm going to try to use them. If I don't like them, then we'll go back to the regular metal stuff. But for the next factory, there's that. And there was one last thing I wanted to cover that I unlocked last time. Where is it? The MAM. Now, this is pretty important for progression. I'm missing wires. Well, I have like 8 billion of them, so. The MAM is where we do all of our research. And as you can see, we unlock certain things by exploring the world, and we bring them back to here, and we can unlock different new recipes, and then as well as put hard drives in, which I forgot that you put here. Yes, and then you scan it, and it takes 10 minutes, and it scans, and you get alternate recipes for stuff. The smart move is not really to scan them right now, but since, you know, it's a demonstration, I'll do that for you. One more thing. I know, I keep saying one more thing, but up here is a slime, power slug. Where is it? There it is. It's probably going to give me a whole bunch of stuff. But I can collect this, and it probably unlocks a MAM line. Yeah.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fixit production line efficiency. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Yeah, so we can research the power shards, and this is what I was talking about last episode when I was talking about underclocking and stuff. There's a little menu right here that you can put these power slugs in, and you can overclock a machine to work at 150% or 100 or 200% or 250%, but you can only do that by getting power slugs and converting those power slugs into power shards. Later on, like very, very, very late game, you can automate the power slugs or the power shards, and so you can just automate overclocking, which is kind of useful, but for us it doesn't really matter. And I think that's everything I wanted to show you. Yeah, so I'm going to hook these two miners up and get a reinforced smart plating, reinforced iron plate going right here. It shouldn't take too long, as well as I'm going to steal half of the screws from here, or maybe I'll just start piping all of them. I don't know. I'm going to steal some of these screws. That was the reason I set them up last time. We'll do that over on this side since there is iron deposits that we can use, and if we need any extra iron, there should be some left over. No, there isn't really any left over. Anyway, I'm going to get to work on that. So I'll see you guys in like, what, 0.01 seconds or something? I know that I said I was going to do this with you, and I kind of just went ahead and did it. Let's go take a look real quick. This is just for the reinforced plating right now. And yeah, it funnels in the screws here, puts the screws into the assemblers, and these 4 smelters are making the iron sheets that are slowly making their way into these, and it is slowly making reinforced iron plates. Half of these will be going to the space elevator stuff, and that will just always be running always, right? Because we'll need the space elevator stuff going in the future, and it would be pretty nice to just have a giant storage of space elevator parts when I need them, rather than having to just sit around and wait. So half of those will be used, and then half of them will be space elevator, as well as over here is where the rotors are going to be made, and this one's a little bit different. I think I'm also going to make the screws here as well, just because we're going to be making so many iron rods. So it's 15 iron ingots per 15 iron rod, right? And these things are pushing out 30. So this is a 2-to-1, right? You have 2 smelters for 1 2 constructors for 1 smelter. There we go. That is 8 constructors. So let's just I can't even make 8 right now, but we can go ahead and take some reinforced plates that we've been making. I still can't make it, but you get the idea. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's probably going to take up this whole row. It just for iron bars, right? To help sustain the rotor factory, I guess, this baby rotor factory, we'll probably just make our screws here, because screws are also constructor. Screws are 10 iron rods, which is even less than the output of here, because we're making 15, and you're making how many screws? 40 per minute, and that's pretty much how much an assembler wants for the rotor, which is 25, so it's even less. So I think you get what I have to do now is figure out a way to organize all of this into a single line, I guess. Also, this is what it's looking like. This is the area. I don't remember if I showed this off or not. No, I didn't. This is the area, guys. Oh my gosh. You're probably like, what in the world is all this? But here's the factory up here for now. That's where the space elevator production stuff is going to go. Maybe. I might just do it on here because all it is 1 assembler. And then, yeah, that's about it. That's all that's new. Not much. But anyway, I got to figure out how to do like, what is this? 8 constructors for the rods and probably, 4 for the screws. And then combining those with assemblers, and hopefully I don't need to go up there. If I do, that's fine. But for now, I just have to figure out how to distribute. It's like 8 outputs, I guess, because each of these smelters is 2 outputs. So this would be output 1 here. This would be output 2 here, right? Why is it not working? That'd be output 2, and then I have to do that for all of these. So what I'm probably going to do is 1 output on the bottom, and then we'll do an elevator or something up top, and we'll have stacked layers for this just to make it easier and taking up less space. All right, I got to figure out how to do that with all of the materials that I have now, because it's not very much, but we'll see how to stack some layers here, and hopefully I can get all of these 8 constructors up and running real quick. Okay, so the space elevator part is done, and or the automation is done in theory. If I flip this on, yeah, it's making them. It's making 2 per minute. There's a little bit of an issue. When I got to making the rotor part, I got really lazy, and I was like, you know what? Whenever I get tier 2 belts, I'll come back up here and we'll fix this. But the screws coming in is too slow. Like it needs to throughput 100 per minute, but that's like physically impossible with the tier 1 belts that only throughput 60 per minute. So yeah, once I get tier 2 belts, I'll come back up here and fix this, which we probably could go do that now while we're just sitting here waiting. But anyway, smart plating is being made, and I will go ahead and send that to the space elevator in the most crude way possible, just to piss people off. Ready? We go like that. Oh, I don't have any iron plates. Hold on. I mean, I should be able to reach it from here, right? It's probably going to say conveyor belt is too steep. No, it's not. Okay. Well, we should see some smart plating coming down here any moment now. Yeah, there it is. The 2 that we have. Well, that's going to go into the space elevator. And yeah, that will go in the background as I tidy this area up. Let me just actually go and show you what the second floor looks like. I already showed you the bottom floor, and here is the second floor. This is the basic output, with the rods being made here and then the screws being made on this side, which is also made from rods. So this is making all the screws. Another part where I need to upgrade the belt speed is into the input of the screws, because it's going to use a lot of stuff as well. For now, I need to see if the smart plating is using more reinforced sheets. No, this should be fine. I'm actually gonna just go ahead and do that. Should be enough. Once we hit that 50, I'll make sure to come up here and put a storage on this. Down here is where our new belts will be, which, now that I'm looking at this, why are we not getting enough screws? Because the belt is too slow. Yeah, we need to go get tier 2 belts so we can just upgrade all of our screw stuff, because the screws is definitely the bottleneck. I think we can do that now. Let me go take a peek. Yeah, we can go ahead and put actually almost everything in. I need to go grab more rods and sheets. I'll just grab 2 stacks of those, 2 stacks of these, and dump them into here. And Logistics Mark II, ready to launch. All right, that changes a lot, actually.
Milestone reached.
Yes, I know that. I can explain it as well. Ada, sorry. So we come to logistics, right? You see conveyor belt Mark II, lift, and I think that's it. But these Mark II belts are 2 times as fast, but they require the advanced sheets. So if we're going to upgrade something, we need to upgrade the, entire thing so that it's not limited by the slow belts. And let's see, the first thing I wanted to do was actually up here for these screws, or maybe no, I should probably update this, right? And you can just update the belts by clicking on them, right? And then upgrade the lift here, upgrade the lift there. See how much faster it is? But it's still slow on the input, so I will upgrade that as well. I don't have enough. I'm gonna steal some from the smart plating for the space elevator. This is one of those factories that once it's later on in the series, it will get redone. This whole entire thing for the smart plating. For now, this is what it's gonna look like. All right, we need to update that one. Let's see, how many can we do? How many do you think we can do? What is it still stuck on? That's Mark II. Oh, maybe this elevator? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna update all the belts here and see if it gets any faster. Well, this is annoying. Okay, you know what? This is full of screws. That's chill. I don't think I'll need any more anytime soon. And if I do, I can just steal from this. And can I update this one in there? Let's see. Here we go. That should be all of that done. I don't know. I think it's getting stuck on something. Maybe there's a slow thing in somewhere up there. But that should increase the flow of the smart plates, reinforced plates. I keep calling them smart plates. They're just reinforced. It should increase this, right? Maybe I'm missing something. Or maybe splitters are just slow. Oh, getting up on this stuff has been so annoying. What if I just delete this and I delete this and we get a splitter out? I don't know, somewhere send it over there. Whatever. It's whatever for now. This is still slower than the it shouldn't be slower though, because this belt should be able to do 120 divided by 2 is 60. exactly. So that's why I'm kind of confused here why it's getting stuck on something. That's fine for now, I guess. I'll just give it a buffer of screws. I would like to give this one a buffer, but for now, I cannot. All right, that's that. We have automated smart plating. We want to put a storage container for this, actually. It's not it is smart plating, but it's also it's so slow. All right, I'll let that build up. Everything will build up for a little bit here. I have some MAM stuff we can check out while we are waiting for everything to, get generated. And the milestone thing's back. Hard drive scan.
Hard drive analysis completed. Alternative recipe selection
Interesting.
available in the MAM.
Interesting. I don't really prefer screws. I don't like working with screws, but compared to the normal recipe for a frame, let's take a look at that. It's not much better because it's an extra processing. So what I'll do is hold on to this, just keep it there, and we will research the power slug thing. It takes 3 seconds, but if we need recipes for something else later on, then they'll be there. There's the overclocking.
This slug, now dubbed power slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location.
Yeah, now we can scan for them, basically. If you understand the lore on them. They're basically overclockers like I was talking about. So we need to go get a yellow one, and then this is probably a purple one. That's for later us to find out. For now, I think I can research this. It won't do much. I have to get all 3 of these. Yeah, I don't really care. Okay, anyway. And then I can also research this, and I have to go kill the bees, the spiders, and the spitters, and then we can unlock whatever the heck this is.
The remains researched belong to an organism.
Yes, I get that. But that's all the research for now. One last thing, jump pads. I don't think I'll unlock this just yet because I don't have a ton of these things to just throw at something I'm not going to use. But we're getting close to unlocking phase 2 and tiers 3 and 4. I think I want to make the factory look a little bit prettier. I don't think I have access to the windows just yet because quartz has not been discovered. Yeah, or silica. Maybe we can unlock that. I know I saw a quartz rock over here somewhere. It's not something we can scan for either. It will probably come with the next tier. So you know what? We'll unlock tier 3 and 4, and then I'll see if I can get some windows installed on the factory, and that will be it for this episode, because that's 1 space phase and 1 phase down here completed, and that was my goal for each episode. So next time will be 3 or 4, and then we'll go from there. All right, I'm gonna get to work, and I'll be back whenever it's time to launch the space elevator. Oh my gosh, right when we got to 50, we lost power, so hopefully I don't need power for this, but we're gonna launch this. We're gonna complete phase 1. We load it up, and all of our items, I guess it's just 50 items. It keeps getting more and more for the rest of the phases, but our 50 items get loaded up. We'll listen to the lore.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 1 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 1 will be completed and the distribution platform will be constructed. After completion of Phase 1, the technology
automated power, yes!
will become available in the hub. Highlights are automated power, steel production, personnel transportation, and many more. Completing Phase 2 of project assembly is your next main objective. New project parts will need to be produced and delivered to the space elevator as you have done previously. Continue to construct, automate, explore, and exploit for a better fix-it future.
Oh, well, there's the presentation. I think we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and seal this. Or send this, I guess. Is that it? It just goes? I forget. There might be a button. No, I don't have to press the button. Okay. Yeah. So that thing at the top, in the skybox, the little circle up there is going to get bigger. Watch. I love watching this. This is so cool. So it sends the elevator up. And it builds. Look at that.
Phase 1 of project assembly completed. This is only the beginning of project assembly, the first step towards saving the day. You have performed adequately so far. Reminder: Not only is Fix-It saving humanity, it is saving all of Earth, including kittens and puppies.
We gotta save
It
those
is
kittens
statistically
and
likely that you
puppies.
appreciate the continued existence of
It is
kittens
statistically
and their
likely,
puppies.
yeah. That's funny.
Continue the work for their sake. Continue the work for Fix-It. It is time to start the work on Phase 2 of Project Assembly.
Holy moly, 1,000 of them? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that running into the space elevator while I continue playing the game, because 1,000 of those is kind of a lot. And then the versatile framework and the automated wiring I think requires steel, but I could be wrong. Anyway, we're here to check what tier 3 and 4 hold. Coal power. Next episode is going to be crazy because we're setting this up. This is going to be insane. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so much fun. As well as the trucks, which I have never touched in my life, as well as steel production, which, yep, there's the versatile framework. And then enhanced security, that's just, we could do that now, but we're not going to. Blueprints, oh my gosh, this changes so much in terms of just, oh, and hypertubes, oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, tier 4, yeah, we're looking forward to tier 4. Logistics Mark 3, yep. This tier 4 is a huge game changer, and we really open up just automating and playing the game. But we're starting out next episode with steel and coal production, which I guess mainly just coal, and then the other half will be steel. But we'll figure that out as we get there. We'll start with coal production. That'll be in the thing for me to look at and admire as we finish out this episode. Let's go check on the power, and then we'll end this. I'm gonna see, I kind of want to see what's going on here. This is a little bit concerning to me. Did they run out of... What is the issue? It runs for like a second here. Yeah. So what I'm getting at is we probably need more biomass burners, and this is already a mess. I don't know if I've already shown this off or not, but what I'm going to do is literally just so bare bones. All right, which one of these is full? This one? We'll take a splitter. We'll run an output over here, and then we will do another splitter. You know, I'll put a platform down. All right, ignore this part. Everyone close your eyes. This part's not existing after next episode because automating that power. Oh, I don't have any more wires. Whatever, this should be fine, I think. Okay, well, let me keep adding more, I guess. There we go. Now the production is above... No, the consumption is... Yeah, I don't know. It's all around the same level right there, and we won't be adding any new... Well, we will be adding new machines because the coal power burners or whatever, but those will be making their weight in power. But that is for next time. If I can get through this mess. Ooh, actually, we're not done yet. I wanted to make this into an actual building, but I'm not going to show that process, so that'll be done in like 2 seconds. And just like that, the building is now done. I don't have anything to decorate it with, so it's kind of just like windows and ramps. And here, let me do the little free cam thing here. It doesn't look bad, I don't think. It looks like a factory, and hopefully in the future we can decorate it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Yeah, I already went over most everything. I just wanted to get that done so you actually see it, because that's probably what the thumbnail is gonna be. Let's go ahead and even get in place for it. You know, we could even take the picture together as a final last thing. You know, maybe I'll stand right here and we'll do an emote. Wait, no, you want to put this and then this, and we want to... Can we do the wave? Oh, actually, that pose is kind of hard. Okay. Oh, I just exited out of it. Surely it saves, right? Yeah. All right, like this. You want to make the FOV more zoomed in and get more of the factory in the frame. Put the character center. Something like that. I think I'm going to wait for the time of day to change a little bit, and then we'll take another one. But yeah, that's been it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.